If you hear a lot of birds chirping, it's because it's a beautiful day. They're happy. It was raining quite hard yesterday night, but I wanna talk about the daily technology we are using, like our phones, like what I'm using now to record the video, and other things like augmented reality and virtual reality, which are already out there, but they are in the infancy, right? And the first thing is that we must understand that just as technology has evolved so much in the last 10 years, it will keep evolving even faster. And so, what we are using now to communicate and to immerse, like the phones, will not exist very soon. So, I think if you're a content creator, then you need to really be paying attention to the future trends and stuff so that you don't start a game that will finish soon. So, with that in mind, I just want to point out make a bet kind of where the future of the phones are going, and they will disappear. So, mobile phones, if you think about it, it's quite uh, um, easy that they will go away. I don't want to, it wasn't the thing I wanted to say, but imagine in 20 years or 50 years, right? Your kids and your grandkids will say, like, fuck, did you know that our grandparents used to look at a screen and they were killing their necks because they were looking at this screen for 10 hours per day, and it was quite unhealthy. So, this is where we are now. And what will happen is that we are looking at technology through a box this size, and every time, I don't know if you feel it, but when you are more than uh, 1 hour looking at your phone, you look out and it's like, fuck, okay, reality is out there, it's like you forget a little bit. So what will happen is the future will be glasses. So Apple will create glasses, Google will create his second version, Facebook is working on more like virtual reality and augmented reality, so they will also have glasses, but it's going to be for a different purpose. And so that's where we're heading, where we're not going to be longer trying to hold our phones like that. And talking about virtual and augmented reality, just in case, it's just a very basic definition that Mark Zuckerberg talked about in a video. Let's make it really clear. Virtual reality is when everything around you is not real, is or is real, but it's virtual, right? And that's the Oculus, right? You put this thing and everything around you, and you use the sticks. Augmented reality is when you use reality around you, and then you put uh, virtual things around it, but you don't cover the reality. So virtual reality will be used more for like games and other stuff in your house, and augmented reality will be more for being out in the streets, where you can see the streets, and maybe you will be able to see the directions where Google Maps, for example, you will see it through the glass instead of through the phone, right? And imagine in 5 or I think more like 10 years, you will be able to play cards a game of cards with your friend without cards and without your friend. So um, let's say you want to play cards with your friend, you call him somehow, and then there will be a holographic friend in your sofa, and then you will have a holographic deck of cards, and then you can play cards like this instead of through the phone. So it's gonna be a quite wild change, and we're gonna see it happen in the next 10 years, which is quite exciting. And yeah, just a thought on technology and the future. And I think it's important because it's something we use every day, so it's gonna disappear and it's gonna so who knows, the for example Instagram, who we take for granted, could go away, in 5 years or so. So don't put all your eggs in that basket and try to constantly be experimenting, right, with other things, especially for content creators. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this, guys. If you like this kind of topics of conversation, and if you want to see the sources where I'm getting all these thoughts and ideas, I suggest you subscribe to the Kickstarter, which is my newsletter where I share interesting things every week uh, to a bunch of people. The Kickstarter, okay, to learn and explore and enjoy new things on the web. I will leave a link, and please subscribe. I'd love to see you there.